Have you ever found yourself paralyzed by the fear of not being good enough? Consider this. Research shows that over 90% of people experience feelings of inadequacy, yet few realize the extraordinary power that lies within their imperfections. In this book, we invite you on a captivating journey to discover the hidden strengths in your flaws. Through compelling insights and practical exercises, you'll learn to embrace your true self, cultivate self-compassion, and cultivate a life unshackled by the relentless pursuit of perfection. Prepare to transform your perspective and unlock a more authentic, fulfilling existence. The Art of Being Imperfect. Find value in your imperfections. Written and published by Inner Freedom. Chapter 1. Embracing the Beauty of Imperfection. Have you ever looked at a beautifully flawed sculpture and felt a sense of awe? Each chip and crack tells a story, revealing not just its imperfections, but also the unique character it possesses. In our own lives, we often approach ourselves with unyielding expectations, believing that perfection is the ultimate achievement. Yet, with this relentless pursuit, we lose sight of the beauty that dwells in our imperfections. The truth is, authenticity and growth blossom in the light of our flaws, but many of us struggle to see this reality. As we journey through life, we are bombarded with societal pressures to present an idealized version of ourselves. Social media feeds are curated, our achievements are highlighted, and our failures often hidden away like dirty secrets. These constant comparisons create a painful cycle, leaving us feeling inadequate and disconnected. You may find yourself stuck in the exhausting loop of striving for perfection, feeling burdened by the belief that anything less is simply unacceptable. This mindset can lead to anxiety, self-doubt, and a persistent sense of unfulfillment, ultimately hindering our potential for genuine happiness. The solution lies in embracing the beauty of imperfection. By shifting our mindset from seeking flawlessness to celebrating our unique qualities, we open the door to a life filled with authenticity and self-acceptance. Imagine waking up each day free from the constraints of perfection, feeling empowered to be your true self, flaws and all. This transformative perspective encourages us to view our imperfections not as shortcomings, but as essential elements of our identity that connect us to others and enrich our experiences. At the core of this approach is the understanding that our imperfections make us relatable. They allow us to form deeper connections with those around us, as we share our vulnerabilities. Feeling comfortable in your skin, with all your quirks and idiosyncrasies, paves the way for genuine relationships and a strong sense of community. Picture yourself engaging with others without the mask of perfection, fostering an environment where everyone feels safe to be themselves. This shift can be profoundly liberating, acting as a catalyst for personal growth. When we embrace our imperfections, we inevitably pave the way for increased resilience and creativity. The acceptance of our flaws invites room for experimentation, free from the fear of failure. You begin to see setbacks not as reflections of worthlessness, but as opportunities to learn and evolve. Consider how a painter might create a masterpiece. Each brushstroke, even the imperfect ones, adds depth and texture to the artwork. Similarly, your life can become a canvas, where every experience, including those flawed elements, contributes to the richness of your journey. In adopting this perspective, we not only enhance our quality of life, but also nurture a profound sense of self-compassion. It reminds us that everyone, in their own unique way, is a work in progress. Instead of striving for an unattainable standard, we can find comfort in knowing that our imperfections are what make us dynamic and human. As you explore the ideas in this chapter, allow yourself to step into your authentic self, unlocking a deeper appreciation for the beauty that lies within your imperfections. Embracing the beauty of imperfection requires actionable steps that you can incorporate into your daily life. Begin by practicing self-awareness. Take a moment each day to respond to your own internal dialogue. When self-criticism arises, pause and replace those negative thoughts with affirmations of self-acceptance. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I was so clumsy today, I can't do anything right," remind yourself, it's okay to stumble. Each misstep is a chance to learn and grow. Over time, this practice can help reshape your self-narrative, allowing you to acknowledge imperfections while cultivating a more positive self-image. Next, engage in reflection by journaling your imperfections. Dedicate a few minutes each week to write about experiences where you felt you fell short. Rather than focusing on what went wrong, use this opportunity to explore the lessons learned. For instance, if you didn't perform well in a presentation, reflect on what aspects you could improve, but also recognize the effort you put into preparing. This not only gives you clarity, but also helps in understanding that everyone's journey includes stumbling blocks, enriching your perspective of growth. Another powerful practice is to seek connection through vulnerability. Share moments of imperfection with trusted friends or family. By opening up, you foster deeper relationships and can inspire others to embrace their flaws as well. Think about a time you were candid about feeling overwhelmed or uncertain. Chances are, it resonated with someone else. Sharing these moments creates an environment where imperfections are normalized, reminding everyone involved that no one has it all figured out. The benefits of applying these steps are transformative. By embracing imperfection, you unlock creativity and resilience in ways that perfectionism stifles. You might discover new hobbies that bring you joy without the pressure of mastery, or you may find that your relationships deepen as you cultivate authenticity. Imagine waking up each day not worried about being flawless, but excited about the potential to learn and grow through your experiences. To catalyze this journey, commit to a practical exercise. Create a declaration of imperfection. Write down a list of qualities or experiences you used to perceive as flaws but now choose to view as unique aspects of who you are. Hang this declaration in a prominent place where you can see it daily. Every time you notice it, remind yourself that each imperfection contributes to your richness as an individual. Engage with this declaration actively. Let it inspire you whenever self-doubt creeps in. As you conclude this chapter, remember that embracing imperfection is a continuous journey, a beautiful process of unfolding and discovery. Each small step taken reinforces your self-acceptance, paving the way towards a more fulfilled life. In the next chapter, we will explore how to break free from the illusion of control, allowing you to welcome life's unpredictabilities and liberate yourself from anxiety. As you continue with this exploration, keep in mind the importance of accepting your unique path. Together, let's step into a future where imperfections are celebrated rather than hidden. To stay updated and inspired along this journey, remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom. Chapter 2. Breaking Free from the Illusion of Control. What if I told you that the pursuit of control is often an illusion that can leave us feeling anxious and unfulfilled? Many of us navigate through life clinging to the belief that we can manage every outcome and dictate our circumstances. However, this notion can lead to constant stress and dissatisfaction when life inevitably veers off course. The truth is, while we can control our actions and responses, we cannot control everything around us. Recognizing this is the first step towards finding peace and embracing the flow of life. Our desire for control often manifests in various ways: overthinking, overscheduling, or excessively worrying about the future. You may find yourself feeling overwhelmed by planning every detail of an upcoming event, or anxious about how a conversation might unfold, fearing the worst-case scenarios. This tendency can lead to frustration and disappointment, especially when things don't go as planned. The reality is that life is unpredictable, and while we might strive for order, it is the unexpected moments that often bring the most growth and joy. The transformative solution lies in accepting uncertainty and finding comfort in letting go. By recognizing that you can only control your reactions and mindset, you can begin to shift the focus from trying to micromanage every aspect of your life to simply engaging with the present moment. Start by practicing mindfulness, an approach that encourages you to become fully present, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Envision yourself stepping outside your daily routine and taking a moment to breathe deeply, grounding yourself in the here and now. This practice helps to create mental space, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with grace rather than panic. Another key aspect of breaking free from the illusion of control is cultivating resilience. Picture a river that flows around obstacles rather than attempting to plow through them. When we learn to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience, we develop the ability to adapt and thrive. regardless of the circumstances. Embracing this mindset encourages exploration, creativity, and spontaneity, enriching your life experiences. Instead of viewing setbacks and unexpected changes as failures, you can learn to see them as opportunities for personal growth and development. Imagine waking up each day with the understanding that life is an adventure filled with possibilities. When you release the need to control every outcome, you open yourself up to new experiences and connections. You may find yourself engaging in activities you never considered before, or forming deeper connections with others as you become more open and vulnerable. This perspective not only relieves the burden of pressure you place on yourself, but also invites a deeper sense of fulfillment. As you continue this journey of embracing unpredictability, consider incorporating practices such as journaling your thoughts or sharing your feelings with trusted friends. Allowing yourself to express concerns about losing control can be a powerful release, creating a foundation for growth. It cultivates an open dialogue about life's uncertainties, reminding you that everyone grapples with similar struggles. By acknowledging the limitations of control, you embark on a pathway filled with promise and self-discovery. As you learn to embrace uncertainty, you will nurture a newfound sense of freedom in your daily life. In the next chapter, we will explore the courage it takes to let go of perfection, guiding you further along your journey of self-acceptance. Remember, this process is not just a destination, but a continuous evolution towards a more authentic self. Stay curious, be present, and keep exploring the beauty that comes from embracing life's unpredictability. To break free from the illusion of control, you can take several actionable steps that will empower you to embrace uncertainty with confidence. Start by practicing mindfulness for just a few minutes each day. Set aside a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Notice each inhalation and exhalation, allowing your thoughts to drift without judgment. This simple practice can help ground you in the present moment, shifting your focus from what you cannot control to what is right in front of you. Over time, you'll find that this calming technique enhances your ability to respond rather than react, alleviating anxiety caused by the uncertainty surrounding everyday situations. Another essential step is to reframe how you perceive setbacks. Instead of viewing challenges as failures or signs of inadequacy, consider them as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if a project at work doesn't go as planned, take a moment to reflect on the insights gained from the experience. What lessons can be drawn to enhance your future endeavors? By adopting this mentality, you cultivate resilience, preparing yourself to face unexpected events with grace and flexibility. Additionally, practice letting go of the need for approval or validation from others. When we feel we must control how people perceive us, we often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of anxiety. Embrace the idea that your worth does not depend on external validation, but on your inner sense of self. An inspiring real-life example can be found in artists who share their work despite worrying about criticism. They often report a sense of freedom and authenticity that arises when they create for themselves, rather than for the approval of others. As you implement these changes, you will experience numerous benefits. Embracing uncertainty will allow you to uncover newfound joys and opportunities, creating a richer tapestry of experiences. You may discover interests you hadn't previously considered, or cultivate deeper connections with those around you. This will ultimately elevate your overall happiness, leading you to a more fulfilling life. For a practical exercise that you can start today, create a letting go jar. Write down a few things you feel overly attached to controlling, such as outcomes of relationships or job situations. Each time you place a note in the jar, say aloud, "I release my need for control over this situation." Gradually, you will feel the weight of these attachments lifting, creating mental and emotional space for new possibilities. Remember, this journey is about embracing continuous growth and toughening your resolve to accept what you cannot change. Each step taken positively reinforces the understanding that life is a series of unpredictable experiences. In the next chapter, we will delve into the courage required to let go of perfection and explore how embracing our imperfections can lead to authentic living. As you move forward, keep in mind the power of vulnerability and the strength it brings. To stay connected with your evolving journey, don't forget to subscribe to Inner Freedom. The journey continues, full of new discoveries and insights waiting just around the corner. Chapter 3. The Courage to Let Go of Perfection. What would your life look like if you freed yourself from the relentless chase for perfection? Imagine waking up each day with a sense of freedom, where your worth isn't tied to meeting impossible standards. In a society that often equates success with flawless execution, the quest for perfection can become an overwhelming burden. Many individuals strive to present the perfect image, leading to chronic stress, burnout, and a deep-seated fear of failure. This chase can create a cycle of dissatisfaction, where accomplishments are overshadowed by the looming threat of imperfection. The common challenge lies in the daily pressure to excel in every aspect of life, whether in work, relationships, or personal pursuits. You may find yourself meticulously planning every detail, fearing that even a slight misstep could lead to dire consequences. This anxiety can hinder not only your performance, but also your ability to enjoy life. The irony is that the pursuit of perfection often backfires, driving you further away from your goals and dreams, as it constrains creativity and personal expression. The transformative solution to this dilemma is to cultivate courage, the courage to accept yourself as you are, imperfections included. Begin by recognizing that it's entirely normal to make mistakes and experience setbacks. The key is to reframe how you view these moments. Instead of labeling them as failures, see them as invaluable experiences that contribute to your growth. When you embrace the idea that nobody is perfect, you open yourself up to a life rich in exploration rather than restriction. A powerful practice to help you develop this perspective is constructive self-compassion. Start by acknowledging your feelings when you stumble. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself for making a mistake, gently remind yourself that setbacks are a part of the human experience. For example, if you miss an important deadline, rather than berating yourself for incompetence, ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective allows you to treat yourself with the kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. The benefits of embracing this courageous mindset are profound. As you learn to let go of perfection, you will likely find a newfound sense of freedom and creativity. Your self-esteem will flourish as you begin to appreciate your unique journey, understanding that your flaws are not reflections of your capabilities, but rather essential components of your story. Imagine pursuing a new hobby, the unfiltered joy that comes when you allow yourself to experiment without the fear of judgment can lead to discoveries you never anticipated. Moreover, this journey encourages deeper connections with others. When you share your vulnerabilities and imperfections, you create an atmosphere of authenticity, inviting those around you to do the same. This bond fosters mutual support and understanding, enriching your relationships and creating a community rooted in acceptance rather than perfectionism. As you navigate the courage to let go of perfection, remember that this is not a one-time decision, but a continuous practice. Each day presents opportunities to embrace imperfection and prioritize progress over perfection. In the next chapter, we will explore how to quiet the inner critic's voice, harnessing the power of self-compassion to move forward on this enriching journey. Embrace this chapter of your life as an opportunity for growth, and keep in mind the beauty of your unique journey. As you continue this exploration, remember the importance of subscribing to Inner Freedom to stay engaged on this transformative path. To navigate the path of letting go of perfection, you can take concrete, actionable steps to support this transformative process. Start by setting realistic goals for yourself. Instead of aiming for perfection in each task or project, focus on progress. For instance, if you are working on a presentation, shift your focus from creating the perfect slide deck to simply ensuring that your core message is clear and engaging. By recalibrating your expectations, you alleviate the pressure that often stifles creativity and hampers productivity. Another effective step is to engage in regular self-reflection. Dedicate time each week to review your experiences, particularly moments when you felt the weight of perfectionism. Ask yourself what you were striving for and how those expectations impacted your feelings and performance. For example, After a long week at work, you might find yourself frustrated for not having met every deadline. Reflecting on this, consider the reasons behind your circumstances. Were there external factors at play, or were you simply overextending yourself? This practice not only highlights areas for growth, but also reinforces the understanding that it is acceptable to have limits. In addition, cultivating a support network can be invaluable. Share your struggles with friends or family who can offer encouragement and perspective. Engaging in open conversations can normalize the experience of imperfection and provide a safe space for vulnerability. For example, you might discuss a recent failed attempt at cooking a new recipe, allowing others to share similar stories. Emphasizing these shared experiences fosters connections, reminding you that everyone faces challenges. The benefits of implementing these actions are profound and far-reaching. As you gradually shift your mindset from striving for perfection to valuing progress and authenticity, you will likely notice a newfound sense of inner peace. Stress levels will decrease, allowing you to embrace opportunities and take risks without the paralyzing fear of failure. You'll experience greater joy in everyday activities as your focus shifts towards gratitude for each moment rather than evaluating them against rigid standards. This transformation empowers you to reframe perceived failures not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth and learning. To put this journey into practice, consider a simple yet powerful exercise. Create a perfection jar. Every time you catch yourself slipping into perfectionist thinking, write down your thoughts on a piece of paper and place it into the jar. At the end of each month, review these notes. Reflect on what made you feel the need for perfection, and celebrate the moments where you embraced imperfection instead. This ongoing activity will serve as a reminder of your progress and reinforce the notion that imperfection is indeed a beautiful part of life. As you venture forth, embrace this path as a continuous journey of growth. You will discover that your courage to let go of perfection enriches your experiences while cultivating a profound appreciation of your authentic self. In the next chapter, we will delve into techniques for quieting the inner critic's voice, providing you with tools to foster self-acceptance and compassion. Remember, the path to self-discovery is filled with opportunities and revelations. Stay connected and inspired by subscribing to Inner Freedom as we continue this transformative journey together. Chapter 4. Quieting the inner critic's voice. Have you ever felt that nagging voice in your head that seems determined to undermine your confidence at every turn? This inner critic often whispers harsh judgments and relentless comparisons, drowning out your self-worth with negativity. It's a familiar scenario. You work hard on a project, and instead of celebrating your achievements, that critical voice hones in on perceived flaws. The problem is that this incessant self-judgment can stifle your growth, leaving you feeling discouraged, anxious, and utterly unfulfilled. Recognizing this inner dialogue's impact is the first step to reclaiming your power. Many struggle with their inner critics, which can manifest as feelings of inadequacy, shame, or fear of judgment. This part of ourselves often exaggerates our flaws while downplaying our successes, creating a distorted perception of reality. The constant barrage of negative self-talk drains our motivation, fosters self-doubt, and can even lead to a cycle of avoidance. You may find yourself shying away from new opportunities or experiences, believing you're not good enough to handle them. However, silence can be achieved, allowing your true potential to flourish. The transformative solution is to actively challenge and quiet that inner critic. Start by recognizing when self-critical thoughts arise. You might think, "I always mess things up," or "I'll never be as talented as my peers." Acknowledge these thoughts without judgment, simply notice them. This awareness empowers you to take the first step in reframing those narratives. Instead of suppressing these thoughts, respond to them with compassion and understanding. For example, if you catch yourself thinking you were terrible in a meeting, counter with something like, "I contributed my thoughts," and that's a valuable step toward improvement. This practice allows you to create a new dialogue that fosters self-acceptance rather than disdain. Another effective approach is to cultivate self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend navigating a similar struggle. This perspective shift invites patience into your self-relationship and promotes a more balanced view of yourself. Imagine a close friend who expresses insecurity about their abilities. Wouldn't you remind them of their strengths and achievements? Similarly, by giving yourself the same grace, you can diminish the power your inner critic holds. As you embrace these practices, the benefits are transformative. When you disrupt the cycle of negativity, you become more open to exploration and personal growth. The weight of perfectionism lessens, and you'll likely find a newfound confidence to take on challenges and pursue your passions. The more you practice self-compassion and constructive thinking, the more you'll discover your genuine potential emerging, unhindered by fear or doubt. To put these concepts into immediate action, consider keeping a self-compassion journal. Each day, jot down at least one instance when you noticed your inner critic speaking up, followed by a more compassionate perspective. This exercise not only reinforces your ability to challenge negative thoughts, but also allows you to track your progress over time. Celebrate small victories as you begin to quiet that inner voice, shifting towards a more supportive dialogue. As you embark on this journey of self-compassion and understanding, remember that quieting the inner critic is a gradual process, one that unfolds alongside your personal growth. In the next chapter, we will explore the temptations of comparison and how to build your self-identity apart from others. This journey is yours, and every small step taken leads you closer to your authentic self. To stay engaged with this exploration of your inner world, be sure to subscribe to Inner Freedom. To effectively quiet your inner critic, it's essential to adopt actionable steps that integrate mindfulness and self-awareness into your daily routine. Begin by creating a pause and reflect ritual. Whenever you notice excessive self-criticism surfacing, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. In this space of calm, evaluate the critical statement you're making. For example, if your inner voice asserts you're not as capable as your colleagues, pause and ask yourself, is that really true? This practice allows you to challenge false narratives, fostering a greater sense of clarity about your capabilities. Another practical step is to develop a list of personal affirmations that counteract negative self-talk. Write down powerful affirmations that resonate with your strengths, such as I am capable of learning and growing, or my efforts are valuable. Place this list somewhere visible, like your bathroom mirror or workspace. Each morning, read these affirmations aloud, committing to embrace their truth throughout your day. Over time, this simple practice can help rewire your thought patterns, replacing harsh criticism with uplifting self-awareness. Engaging in regular self-reflection is also crucial. Set aside time at least once a week to journal about your experiences and feelings. Use this opportunity to document moments when the inner critic was particularly strong. For instance, if you felt inadequate during a meeting, write about it. Then, reflect on what you did well during this meeting and how you can improve without self-judgment. This balanced approach encourages growth while gently guiding you away from self-sabotage. Moreover, cultivate a support network that encourages vulnerability and open dialogue. Share your struggles with trusted friends or family members, inviting them to offer their perspectives on your strengths. Discussing these experiences provides relief and helps you realize that many others grapple with similar insecurities. For example, you might share an experience of feeling inferior to a colleague. Hearing them affirm your value can significantly bolster your self-esteem, helping you realize that you are not alone in your journey. The benefits of implementing these strategies are transformative. As you engage in the practice of self-reflection and challenge negative thoughts, you will likely notice a decrease in self-doubt and anxiety. Your confidence will grow as you cultivate a balanced view of yourself, acknowledging both strengths and areas for improvement. This shift fosters resilience, allowing you to navigate challenges with more poise and self-assuredness. To encourage immediate action, try a negativity detox. For the next 7 days, track instances of negative self-talk in a dedicated journal. Each time you identify a critical thought, write it down. Then, follow it with a positive counterstatement. At the end of the week, review your entries and analyze patterns. This exercise not only brings awareness to your inner dialogue, but also reinforces your commitment to self-kindness. As you begin to quiet your inner critic, remember that this is an ongoing process. The journey towards self-acceptance takes time, but each step brings you closer to the authentic self you are meant to be. In the next chapter, we will confront the captivating yet dangerous realm of comparison, examining how to cultivate a strong sense of self-worth independent of how others measure success. Each encounter with your inner critic is a step towards liberation. Keep moving forward with courage and determination. To deepen your understanding and stay inspired, remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom. Chapter 5. Resisting the Temptation of Comparison. Have you ever scrolled through your social media feed and felt an immediate twinge of inadequacy? In a world saturated with curated lives and highlight reels, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, measuring our worth against others. We often find ourselves asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" Or, "Why can't I achieve their level of success?" This incessant comparison not only robs us of joy, but also sets unrealistic standards that can leave us feeling defeated and disheartened. Recognizing the damaging effects of this habit is essential to reclaiming our self-worth. The struggle with comparison is universal, and it manifests in various forms. You might feel envious of a colleague's promotion, the seemingly perfect life of a friend, or the accomplishments of someone you admire online. These feelings can lead to a distorted sense of self and foster a toxic cycle of negativity that diminishes your confidence and happiness. It's vital to understand that when we compare ourselves to others, we often overlook the complexities of their journeys, focusing solely on their successes while neglecting our own unique paths. The transformative solution lies in cultivating a mindset rooted in self-acceptance and gratitude. Instead of allowing comparison to dictate your self-worth, focus on your personal achievements and progress. One accessible way to shift this mindset is by practicing gratitude daily. Start keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down everything you appreciate about your life, including small victories and qualities you admire in yourself. For example, if you accomplished a task at work or had a meaningful conversation with a loved one, write it down. This practice invites you to celebrate your journey and recognize the abundance already present in your life. Furthermore, develop a habit of reframing your thoughts when you notice the urge to compare. Instead of thinking, "I wish I were as successful as they are," challenge yourself to ask, "What steps can I take to achieve my own goals?" This reorientation allows you to move from a place of envy to empowerment as you shift your focus toward your aspirations. Imagine the energy you can redirect from self-doubt to productive actions that align with your values and goals. Embracing this perspective has profound benefits. By resisting the temptation to compare, you'll discover an unshakable sense of self-worth that isn't contingent upon others' achievements. This newfound mindset fosters resilience in allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. As you prioritize your unique journey, you will find yourself more engaged in pursuing passions that resonate with you, leading to deeper fulfillment and contentment. To immediately engage with this concept, begin a comparison detox. For 1 week, commit to not engaging with social media platforms or environments that typically incite comparison. Instead, use this time to reconnect with your own aspirations and values. Consider activities that bring you joy, such as pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature, or connecting with friends without the pressures of comparison. After the week, reflect on how this experience influenced your perception of self-worth. As you embark on resisting the comparison trap, remember that this journey is about celebrating your individuality and uniqueness. In the next chapter, we'll explore the vital skill of cultivating self-compassion and acceptance, deepening your understanding of what it means to love yourself authentically. Each step taken will lead you closer to embracing who you truly are, free from the shadows of comparison. To stay inspired in this journey, subscribe to Inner Freedom and continue unfolding your potential. To effectively resist the temptation of comparison, you can adopt specific, actionable steps that help reinforce your self-worth and individuality. Start by identifying your personal values and goals. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you, rather than what society or others deem important. For instance, if creativity is a core value, consider projects or activities that allow you to express this. Write down these values and goals and use them as a compass to guide your decisions and actions. This clarity creates a solid foundation that allows you to measure your success against your own aspirations instead of external benchmarks. Another essential step is to create a media mindfulness routine. Be conscious of the content you consume. If scrolling through social media often leads to feelings of inadequacy, consider unfollowing accounts that trigger those emotions. Instead, follow creators who uplift you, inspire your passions, or promote positivity. For example, if fitness influencers make you feel inferior, redirect your attention to accounts that focus on health from a balanced and encouraging perspective. This shift allows you to cultivate a more supportive environment that nurtures your self-esteem rather than diminishes it. You can also practice gratitude as an antidote to comparison. Each day, take a moment to reflect on your accomplishments, no matter how small. Create a gratitude jar, where you write down things you are proud of or moments that made you happy. For instance, if you completed a challenging project at work or enjoyed a lovely dinner with friends, write it down and place it in the jar. Over time, these notes will serve as a tangible reminder of your journey and achievements, reinforcing the understanding that your path is unique and valuable. The benefits of implementing these practices are significant. As you learn to prioritize your values and celebrate your successes, you will enhance your self-confidence and build deeper connections with others. Distancing yourself from comparison creates emotional space that encourages personal growth and resilience. Imagine approaching life with a sense of security in your identity, where you draw inspiration from others' successes without feeling threatened by them. This newfound perspective allows you to engage wholeheartedly in your own pursuits, leading to a more fulfilling and enriched life. To put these ideas into action, embark on a 30-day comparison challenge. For the next month, commit to consciously focusing on your journey rather than comparing yourself to others. Each day, set aside a few minutes to acknowledge your accomplishments and reflect on areas for personal growth. At the end of each week, assess your feelings and any changes in perspective. This structured approach will help reinforce the habit of self-acceptance, fostering a mindset centered on your unique attributes. As you actively resist comparison, embrace this journey as a valuable process of continuous growth and self-discovery. In the next chapter, we will delve into cultivating self-compassion and acceptance, offering insights on how to foster a kinder, more nurturing relationship with yourself. Remember, every effort you make in shifting your mindset paves the way to a richer, more authentic life. Stay connected to your growth journey by subscribing to Inner Freedom and continue exploring the myriad possibilities that come from embracing your true self. Chapter 6: Cultivating Self-Compassion and Acceptance. What if you could treat yourself with the same kindness that you readily offer to others? Imagine a world where your inner voice was filled with compassion rather than criticism, where mistakes didn't equate to failure, but rather opportunities to learn and grow. Self-compassion is a transformative practice that nurtures our emotional well-being, offering a refuge from the harsh judgments many of us inflict upon ourselves. However, cultivating self-compassion is often overlooked, as many people operate under the misguided belief that self-criticism is necessary for improvement. As we navigate life's complexities, we encounter various challenges that can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Perhaps you've experienced a setback at work and found yourself spiraling into negative self-talk, labeling yourself as a failure or feeling unworthy. This cycle can erode your self-esteem, leading to anxiety and a persistent fear of making mistakes. Furthermore, when we lack self-compassion, we tend to disconnect from our emotions, viewing our vulnerabilities as weaknesses rather than inherent aspects of being human. The transformative solution is to actively cultivate self-compassion through mindfulness and kindness. Begin by recognizing your thoughts during difficult moments. Instead of allowing self-critical voices to dominate, pause and acknowledge your feelings, validating your experiences without judgment. For instance, if you stumble during a presentation, instead of berating yourself for being inadequate, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that such moments are opportunities for growth. This practice helps you reframe how you perceive setbacks, gradually fostering a more compassionate internal dialogue. Another approach to nurturing self-compassion is through the practice of self-kindness. When you find yourself struggling, consciously replace critical thoughts with supportive affirmations. Picture a close friend who is experiencing self-doubt. You would likely encourage them to be gentle with themselves. Now, apply that same kindness to your own life. For example, replace thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with "I am doing my best, and that's enough." You might be surprised at the liberation that arises from treating yourself with gentleness, allowing your authentic self to shine through. The core idea behind cultivating self-compassion is that it nurtures resilience and emotional growth. Embracing self-kindness fosters a sense of connection to others, reminding you that struggles are universal. Picture yourself in a community where individuals support one another rather than compete. This understanding promotes a sense of belonging, deepening relationships, and enhancing overall well-being. As you cultivate self-compassion, you may also notice a decrease in anxiety and a newfound confidence that allows you to face challenges with grace. The benefits of applying self-compassion are manifold. Not only will you develop a healthier mindset, but you will likely experience a significant boost in emotional resilience. As you nurture a kinder relationship with yourself, you become more equipped to tackle life's challenges, enabling you to bounce back from adversities with renewed strength. To begin this journey of self-compassion, consider setting aside time each day for reflection. Create a self-compassion ritual that involves writing a letter to yourself during difficult moments. In this letter, express understanding and support for what you're feeling, reinforcing the notion that it is okay to be human. This practice not only highlights your struggles, but also encourages acceptance and love for the entirety of who you are. As you embark on this path of self-compassion and acceptance, remember that it is an evolving process. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into how to replace pressure with purposeful progress, allowing you to move forward on your journey with intention. Each step taken to cultivate kindness towards yourself will ultimately lead to a more fulfilling, authentic life. Stay connected and inspired on this journey by subscribing to Inner Freedom as we explore new dimensions of self-growth together. To effectively cultivate self-compassion, you can begin by integrating specific, actionable steps into your daily routine. Start with a practice of self-reflection at the end of your day. Take a few moments to sit quietly and think about instances that challenged you. Were there moments when you were too hard on yourself? Consider the feelings that arose during those situations without judgment. For example, if you had a disagreement with a colleague, instead of dwelling on what you could have done better, acknowledge the challenging emotions you experienced. This recognition creates a space for understanding, allowing you to treat yourself with compassion rather than criticism. Another crucial step is to engage in mindfulness meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to focus on your breath, gently bringing your mind back whenever it drifts to self-critical thoughts. As you breathe, silently affirm your worthiness and the validity of your feelings. Visualize a scenario where a friend confides in you, feeling inadequate. How would you respond? Channel that same supportive energy towards yourself. This practice not only helps you become more aware of your thoughts, but also encourages a gentler and kinder internal dialogue. You can also implement a daily self-kindness mantra. Choose a phrase that resonates with you, such as, "I deserve love and understanding," or "I am enough just as I am." Repeat this mantra during moments of self-doubt or when you feel the grip of perfectionism tightening. When you encounter challenges, for instance, during a difficult task at work, remind yourself of your mantra to ground yourself in self-acceptance. Over time, these affirmations will become a powerful tool in reshaping your internal narrative. The benefits of practicing self-compassion are profound and impactful. As you nurture this relationship with yourself, you will notice a marked reduction in anxiety and stress levels. You'll develop a greater capacity to cope with setbacks, allowing for emotional resilience during tough times. For instance, rather than feeling defeated after a minor failure, you'll begin to view it as a stepping stone for learning and growth, enabling you to approach future challenges with confidence and curiosity. To create a meaningful engagement with self-compassion, consider starting a self-compassion journal. In this journal, dedicate each page to documenting occasions where you practiced self-kindness. Reflect on your feelings during those moments and how embracing this mindset shifted your experience. At the end of each week, review your entries to celebrate your progress. This practice will reinforce your commitment to self-compassion while helping you recognize patterns in your emotional responses. As you embark on this empowering journey, remember that every small step counts. View this process as a continuous growth opportunity, one where you are allowed to embrace imperfections and celebrate your individuality. In the next chapter, we will explore how to replace the pressure to be perfect with a focus on purposeful progress. Each step you take towards self-compassion lays the groundwork for a life filled with authenticity and fulfillment. To continue nurturing your growth, be sure to subscribe to Inner Freedom and stay connected as we delve further into unlocking the true essence of who you are. Chapter 7. Replacing Pressure with Purposeful Progress. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressures of perfection, as if each task must be executed flawlessly? Picture this. You're at your desk, staring at a project that seems insurmountable, your heart racing as you focus not just on the completion, but on meeting an unrealistic standard. This often leads to paralysis by analysis, where the sheer weight of expectation keeps you from making any progress at all. The truth is, the pursuit of perfection can create a toxic cycle of stress and burnout, preventing you from enjoying the journey and achieving meaningful outcomes. Many individuals find themselves caught in this cycle, feeling that every effort must yield perfect results. This mindset can lead to chronic dissatisfaction, as you may constantly find yourself falling short of your expectations. You might even begin to associate your self-worth with your productivity, believing that unless you achieve perfect outcomes, you are not enough. This relentless pressure can not only stifle creativity, but can also hinder your ability to experience joy in your accomplishments. The transformative solution lies in embracing the concept of purposeful progress instead of perfection. What if you viewed each step of your journey as an opportunity for growth rather than a race toward an ideal outcome? Start by reframing how you define success. Instead of aiming for perfection, focus on setting achievable goals and recognizing your incremental improvements. This shift in mindset allows you to celebrate small victories rather than fixating on unattainable standards. One effective way to implement this approach is to break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if you're tackling a significant work project, divide it into phases, assigning realistic timeframes and objectives for each part. This method prevents feelings of overwhelm and enables you to track your progress, gaining confidence along the way. As you complete each step, take a moment to acknowledge your efforts. Rather than waiting to feel accomplished until the entire project is finished, reward yourself for the progress you've made, fostering a positive cycle of motivation. The core idea behind substituting pressure with purposeful progress is that this mindset encourages a more authentic and fulfilling journey. When you approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear, you unlock the door to creativity and innovation. Imagine diving into a new hobby or project simply for the joy of exploring and learning, wholly detached from the worry of how it is perceived. This newfound freedom allows you to approach tasks with enthusiasm, transforming the process from a source of stress into an adventure. Adopting purposeful progress has several benefits. You will likely experience increased confidence as you recognize and value your achievements, no matter how small. This gradual acknowledgement of progress will cultivate a sense of fulfillment that transcends the mere completion of tasks. As you focus on the process rather than the outcome, you'll find yourself more engaged in your work and life, enhancing your overall well-being and satisfaction. To kickstart this journey, consider setting aside dedicated time for a reflection and progress session each week. During this time, review what you accomplished, noting areas where you've made strides, however minor. Reflect on your feelings about these achievements and how they contribute to your overall goals. This reflective practice will anchor you in the present moment, reinforcing the value of every step taken. As you embrace purposeful progress, remember that this is a continuous journey. In the next chapter, we will explore how to find strength in vulnerability, demonstrating how authenticity strengthens connections and fosters resilience. Each step in this process enriches your experience, allowing you to flourish in your unique journey. Stay motivated and connected by subscribing to Inner Freedom, ensuring that you remain engaged throughout this transformative adventure. To truly embrace purposeful progress, you can implement specific, actionable steps into your daily life that nurture this mindset. Begin by setting realistic, incremental goals for yourself. Instead of tackling an entire project all at once, break it into smaller, attainable tasks. For example, if you're working on writing a book, aim to write just a few paragraphs each day, rather than expecting to complete a chapter in one sitting. This approach not only makes the process less daunting, but allows you to celebrate small wins regularly, reinforcing the idea that progress is just as important as the final product. Another important step is to create a progress journal. Set aside time each day or week to reflect on what you've accomplished. Write down any forward movement, whether big or small. If you spent an afternoon organizing your workspace or reached out to a networking contact, jot it down. This practice helps to externalize your achievements and reminds you that every step taken contributes to your overall goals. For instance, you might note, "I took the initiative to reach out to a helpful colleague," and over time, you'll see how these small actions accumulate into significant results. Additionally, practice self-compassion during this process. Acknowledge that setbacks are a natural part of any journey. If you miss a goal or feel you haven't made sufficient progress, instead of criticizing yourself, reflect on what you can learn from that experience. Picture a gardener who nurtures a plant. It doesn't grow overnight, but requires patience and care. Just like the gardener, give yourself grace as you navigate your path. By allowing room for error, you foster resilience and adaptability, crucial traits for growth. The benefits of embracing purposeful progress are profound. As you shift your focus from perfection to improvement, you'll likely find yourself feeling less stressed and more motivated. Each finished task, no matter how minor, becomes a reason to celebrate, amplifying your sense of accomplishment. You may also discover a newfound joy in the process of creation and learning, rather than fixating solely on the end result. For instance, a person working towards a fitness goal may find that by celebrating every workout completed, even if it doesn't equate to immediate weight loss, they develop a healthier relationship with exercise that fosters long-term commitment. To encourage immediate engagement with this concept, create a progress tracker. Choose a method that works for you, whether it's a digital app or a physical chart. Set goals for the week and note your progress each day. At the end of the week, review what you achieved and take time to appreciate your efforts. Acknowledge not only what you accomplished, but also how you felt during the process. This simple tool will help reinforce your commitment to purposeful progress, making it palpable and motivating. As you navigate this journey, remember that embracing purposeful progress is an evolving practice. In the next chapter, we will explore the strength found in vulnerability, revealing how sharing our authentic selves can create deeper connections and enhance personal growth. Each step you take on this path is valuable, leading you closer to your authentic self. To continue receiving inspiration and guidance along this journey, be sure to subscribe to Inner Freedom, ensuring that you remain connected as you uncover the profound transformation that embraces your unique path. Chapter 8: Finding Strength in Vulnerability. Have you ever felt a rush of anxiety at the thought of sharing your true self with others? Imagine standing at the edge of a diving board, poised to leap into the unknown. This leap is akin to expressing vulnerability. It can be terrifying and exhilarating simultaneously. Society often fosters the belief that vulnerability equates to weakness. However, it is, in fact, a profound strength that connects us to others and cultivates authenticity. In a world that constantly pushes us to portray a polished facade, embracing vulnerability can feel like an act of rebellion against the norm. Many people grapple with the challenge of vulnerability, fearing judgment or rejection. You might hesitate to share your thoughts and feelings, worried that others may perceive you as flawed or inadequate. This self-imposed barrier can create distance in relationships, prevent personal growth, and keep you trapped in a cycle of isolation. Each time you hold back your true self, you forfeit an opportunity to build meaningful connections and foster deep understanding with those around you. It is essential to acknowledge that vulnerability is not the absence of strength, but a necessary component of genuine human connection. The transformative solution is to reframe vulnerability as a source of empowerment. Start by recognizing that sharing your authentic self, not just your strengths but also your fears and uncertainties, invites deeper connections with others. When you allow yourself to be seen in your entirety, you create an atmosphere of openness where others feel safe to do the same. For example, if you are struggling with a personal challenge, consider sharing it with a close friend or loved one. You may find that opening up not only helps release the burden you carry, but also encourages the other person to share their struggles in return, fostering a mutual understanding and support system. Additionally, practice self-acceptance by embracing your imperfections. Acknowledge that everyone has flaws and that these nuances make you uniquely human. For instance, you could reflect on a recent experience where you felt inadequacy, whether it was in a social setting or at work. And instead of decreasing your self-worth, use it as an opportunity to expand your self-narrative. Ask yourself, what does this experience reveal about my growth? Allow yourself to be authentic and understand that your journey is valid, regardless of its twists and turns. The core idea behind embracing vulnerability is that it opens the door to genuine connection and growth. The more you allow yourself to be vulnerable, the more resilient you become. Imagine attending a gathering where you share a personal story of struggle. The relief of being authentic can lead to an invigorating sense of community that enhances your well-being. When you acknowledge your vulnerabilities, you create a support network that encourages shared experiences and deepens trust, ultimately enriching the relationships in your life. Adopting this perspective has profound benefits. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you will likely experience increased emotional resilience and improved mental health. It liberates you from the fear of judgment, providing the confidence to explore new avenues in your life, whether in personal relationships, at work, or in creative pursuits. Vulnerability invites compassion, not only from others but also within yourself, leading to a more fulfilling existence rooted in authenticity. In the next half of this chapter, you will find practical steps to further cultivate vulnerability as a strength, guiding you in your journey toward genuine connections. Remember, each moment spent embracing your true self contributes to a richer, more meaningful life. Engage with this journey, knowing that vulnerability is your ally. Stay tuned for further insights and let your authentic self shine as you explore the depths of your emotional landscape. To cultivate strength through vulnerability, start by embracing the practice of authentic expression in your daily interactions. Choose one person you trust, a close friend or family member, and commit to sharing something personal. It could be a feeling of uncertainty about a career move or a fear that's been holding you back. By stepping out of your comfort zone and openly discussing your thoughts and feelings, you create an opportunity for deeper connection. For instance, sharing your struggles with managing work-life balance can open up a genuine conversation and encourage the other person to share their own experiences, or perhaps even offer support. Next, engage in reflective journaling. Dedicate time each week to write down your thoughts and feelings about moments when you felt vulnerable. Identify specific scenarios, such as presenting a project at work where you feared judgment or expressing your emotions during a challenging situation. Document how you felt before, during, and after. This practice not only cultivates awareness of your vulnerabilities, but also helps you process and frame those experiences positively. Over time, you may notice patterns in your entries that will give you insight into how vulnerability has played a role in your personal growth. Also, consider establishing a vulnerability challenge with a supportive group or community where people can share their experiences. This could be a weekly gathering with friends or a virtual group focused on self-improvement. Each person can take turns sharing their stories or challenges, reinforcing the idea that vulnerability is a shared human experience. For example, during one session, someone might discuss their battle with anxiety and how it affects their daily life. This openness fosters an environment of trust and support, allowing others to feel comfortable sharing their struggles as well. The benefits of these actions are transformative and far-reaching. As you consistently engage in these practices, you will likely notice a decrease in anxiety and feelings of isolation. By connecting with others through vulnerability, you'll find a community that supports and uplifts one another. This openness not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances your emotional resilience, making it easier to navigate future challenges. Imagine walking through life with a sense of liberation, where sharing your authentic self becomes a source of strength rather than fear. To encourage this journey, take on a practical exercise called Weekly Vulnerability Reflections. Each week, identify one moment where you can show vulnerability, whether it's in a conversation, an email, or a public speaking opportunity. After the experience, reflect on how you felt before and after opening up. Write down any changes in your emotional state or how others responded to your openness. This ongoing practice will help solidify the connection between vulnerability and personal strength. As you seek to embody vulnerability, remember that this process is neither linear nor easy. It is a journey of continuous growth and self-discovery. Embrace the idea that each moment spent being vulnerable contributes to a richer, more fulfilling life. In the next chapter, we will explore how to replace self-judgment with self-acceptance, equipping you to navigate your journey with a renewed perspective. Continue to gather insights and inspiration by subscribing to Inner Freedom, ensuring you remain connected as you dive deeper into the transformative power of your authentic self. Chapter 9: The Freedom of Letting Go of More. What if the key to a more fulfilling life lies not in acquiring more, but in letting go? Imagine standing in a vast open space, free from the clutter of material possessions and emotional baggage, where the only thing weighing you down is the fear of not having enough. This enlightening scenario offers a glimpse into the transformative power of simplifying our lives. In today's fast-paced world, we often equate success and happiness with abundance, more possessions, more commitments, and more responsibilities. However, this pursuit can lead to overwhelm and stress rather than fulfillment. Many individuals find themselves trapped in the mindset of accumulation, believing that more is always better. You may start a new project, take on additional responsibilities at work, or purchase items that you think will enhance your life. Initially, the excitement may feel invigorating, but soon you might feel burdened by the weight of these obligations. The pressure builds as you try to juggle endless commitments, leading to burnout and dissatisfaction. This cycle robs you not only of joy, but also of the ability to truly appreciate what you have. The transformative solution lies in embracing the practice of intentional minimalism. This doesn't mean you have to get rid of everything you own or minimize your experiences to a small handful. Instead, focus on creating space for what truly matters by removing distractions and unnecessary commitments. Begin by evaluating the aspects of your life, your possessions, relationships, and activities. Ask yourself, does this add value to my life? Does it bring me joy or fulfillment? By cultivating mindfulness in this way, you can make conscious decisions about what to keep and what to let go. Start by decluttering your physical space. Choose a room or area in your home and go through your belongings. For every item, consider how often you use it and the emotional weight it carries. Letting go of items that no longer serve you can be liberating. Imagine clearing out a closet filled with clothes you haven't worn in years. With each item you remove, you create physical and emotional space for new possibilities. Not only does this decluttering process refresh your environment, but it also fosters a sense of accomplishment and clarity. Additionally, evaluate your commitments and relationships. Do you find yourself saying yes to everything, leading to exhaustion? It's time to set boundaries and prioritize what truly matters. Picture a day where you only engage in activities that align with your values or bring you joy. This shift not only allows you to focus on what's essential, but elevates your overall well-being. When you say no to the unnecessary, you make room for the relationships and pursuits that genuinely enrich your life. The core idea behind letting go is that it fosters emotional freedom and allows you to live authentically. By shedding the weight of excess, you create space for joy, creativity, and connection. The benefits of adopting this perspective are profound. You may find yourself feeling lighter, more present, and engaged in the moments that truly matter. Imagine enjoying quality time with loved ones, free from the nagging distractions of unresolved obligations or excessive clutter. As you embark on this journey of letting go, remember that it's a process, not a destination. In the next half of this chapter, we will explore practical steps to facilitate this practice further. Embrace the freedom that comes with simplicity and clarity. Letting go is not just about what you release, but rather the opportunity to discover a deeper connection with yourself and what truly matters in life. Continue to explore this transformative path and stay connected by subscribing to Inner Freedom. To truly embrace the freedom that comes with letting go, it is essential to take actionable steps that enable you to simplify your life effectively. Begin by conducting a thorough assessment of your physical and emotional surroundings. Choose one area of your life to focus on, whether it's your living space, your calendar, or your relationships. Identify items, tasks, or commitments that no longer serve you. For example, if you have a closet filled with clothes that you haven't worn in over a year, consider donating or selling them. This process can create a refreshing sense of space and helps you realize how free you feel when surrounded by only the things you love. Next, set specific intentions for what you want to let go of. Think about your priorities and what aligns most with your values. If you feel overwhelmed by commitments, start saying no to activities that drain your energy or divert your attention from your personal goals. For instance, if you're invited to events that you're not truly interested in, kindly decline. The energy you reclaim can be redirected towards passions and relationships that inspire and uplift you. This could mean dedicating that time to pursue a hobby, spend quality time with family, or engage in self-care practices. In addition to physical decluttering, consider emotional and mental decluttering. Take a few moments each day to reflect on your thoughts and feelings. If anxiety or self-doubt crops up, acknowledge these emotions without allowing them to take over. You might find that writing in a journal allows you to process and release heavy thoughts, providing clarity. When you no longer carry the weight of negative self-talk, you open up space for positivity and growth. The core idea behind this approach is that letting go creates a pathway for personal freedom and authenticity. By consciously subtracting what no longer serves you, you will unlock a newfound capacity for joy, creativity, and deeper connections with others. This liberating process helps you focus on what truly matters, reinforcing your sense of self and purpose. Imagine waking up each day to a space that feels light and invigorating, where decisions come freely rather than feeling like burdens. You'll notice an increase in motivation and resilience as you navigate life with greater ease. To begin cultivating this transformative mindset, consider setting up a letting go challenge. For 1 week, commit to identifying and releasing something in your life, be it a physical item, a negative thought pattern, or an obligation that drains your energy. Each day, document your experience and reflect on how the act of letting go impacts your feelings. At the end of the week, review your insights and notice how much lighter you feel, both physically and emotionally. As you embark on this journey of liberation, remember that the process requires patience and practice. Each decision to let go contributes to your personal growth. In the next chapter, we will explore the powerful journey of living fully in your authentic self and the joy that comes from embracing who you truly are. Allow this exploration of simplicity to bolster your path toward authenticity. To stay motivated and inspired, don't forget to subscribe to Inner Freedom, ensuring you receive continual support on this enlightening journey. Chapter 10. Living fully in your authentic self. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a disconnect between how you see yourself and how the world perceives you? Picture this. You're at a gathering, surrounded by familiar faces, yet you feel like an imposter, unable to express your true thoughts and emotions. This common experience is often rooted in the desire to fit in, leading many to wear metaphorical masks that stifle their authenticity. The journey to living fully in your authentic self is not merely a personal quest. It's a necessary step toward genuine fulfillment and connection with others. Today, we live in a society that frequently pressures individuals to conform to certain ideals, whether in personal appearance, career choices, or social expectations. This pressure can breed a sense of insecurity that holds you back from revealing your true self. Perhaps you've found yourself changing your opinions to align with a group or avoiding conversations that reflect your true passions for fear of rejection. Consequently, you may experience feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and disconnection, as authentic connections are built on truth and vulnerability. The transformative solution lies in embracing self-discovery through courageous self-expression. Start by creating a safe space for yourself where you can explore your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This could be an inviting area in your home dedicated to reflection, or even a serene corner in nature where you feel connected. Allow yourself to write down your dreams, fears, and desires. For example, if you've always wanted to pursue a particular hobby, jot it down and consider what steps you might take to incorporate it into your life. This clarity fosters an understanding of yourself that empowers authentic living. Engaging with your core values is another vital aspect of embracing authenticity. Reflect on what truly matters to you. What principles do you want to guide your actions and decisions? Write these values down and use them as a compass in your daily life. Let's say one of your core values is creativity. Find ways to express this value in your everyday activities, whether through art, writing, or innovative problem-solving at work. By aligning your actions with your values, you create harmony between your inner self and outer world. The core idea behind living authentically is that it cultivates genuine relationships and fosters resilience. When you embrace who you are, you naturally attract people who resonate with your true self. Imagine forming connections rooted in shared values and interests, rather than superficial similarities. This authentic engagement enriches your experiences and elevates your sense of belonging. The act of being yourself can transform not only how you feel internally, but also how others relate to you, leading to deeper, more meaningful connections. The benefits of embracing your authentic self are significant. Not only will you feel an increase in self-confidence, but you will also experience reduced stress and mental burdens that come from hiding behind a facade. Each step taken toward authenticity creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to embrace their true selves. Consider the profound impact your authenticity can have on those around you. You become a source of inspiration, encouraging others to be genuine as well. As you navigate this journey of self-discovery and expression, challenge yourself to take small steps toward authenticity every day. In the next half of this chapter, you will find actionable exercises designed to facilitate this process. Embrace this opportunity to live fully as your true self, and remember that the exploration of authenticity is a lifelong journey filled with growth and rewards. Stay engaged on this transformative path, and look forward to the enriching discoveries ahead on your unique journey by subscribing to Inner Freedom. To fully embrace your authentic self, begin by implementing actionable steps that will help you integrate this mindset into your daily life. Start with self-reflection through journaling. Dedicate a few minutes each day to write about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Describe situations where you felt you had to suppress your true self or conform to others' expectations. For instance, if you recently attended a social event where you held back your opinions to fit in, reflect on how that made you feel. This process cultivates awareness of the areas in your life where you may need to assert your genuine self. Next, identify and challenge the limiting beliefs that hinder your authenticity. Often, these beliefs stem from past experiences, societal pressures, or fear of rejection. Write down specific beliefs you hold about yourself, such as "I'm not creative enough," or "I shouldn't express my emotions." Then counter these beliefs with positive affirmations. For example, replace "I'm not creative" with "I express my creativity in my own unique way." This reframing can shift your mindset and empower you to embrace your true self. Additionally, take small, intentional actions that reflect your authentic identity in your interactions. This could be as simple as sharing your genuine opinion in a conversation, or expressing your feelings with a close friend. For example, if a colleague suggests an idea you don't agree with, practice voicing your perspective respectfully instead of remaining silent. By engaging authentically with others, you not only build confidence, but also create an environment that encourages others to do the same. The core idea behind these practices is that living authentically leads to greater personal satisfaction and stronger relationships. As you engage in self-reflection, challenge limiting beliefs, and take intentional actions, you'll start to notice a profound transformation in how you feel about yourself and your connections with others. Visualize yourself in a thriving social setting where you express your thoughts openly and feel accepted for who you are. This sense of belonging reinforces your confidence and encourages you to continue living authentically. The benefits of embracing your authentic self are significant. You will find yourself experiencing increased joy and fulfillment as you make choices that align with your true values and desires. Imagine approaching each day with a renewed sense of purpose, fueled by the freedom that comes from being unapologetically yourself. In addition, you may notice that your relationships become deeper and more meaningful, as authenticity fosters trust and vulnerability. To initiate this process immediately, create an authenticity action plan. Write down 3 specific actions you can take in the upcoming week to express your true self. These actions can range from sharing your thoughts in a group discussion to pursuing a passion that reflects who you are. At the end of the week, revisit your plan and reflect on how these actions felt and the impact they had on your life. As you embark on this empowering journey toward authenticity, remember that it is a continuous process, filled with opportunities for growth and connection. In the next chapter, we will explore how to cultivate joyous experiences through gratitude and appreciation, further enhancing your authentic self. As you continue this exploration, stay motivated and connected by subscribing to Inner Freedom, ensuring you receive ongoing inspiration and tools on your path to living fully as your true self. As we conclude this journey through the art of being imperfect, we hope you've discovered the profound strength that lies within embracing your true self and recognizing the beauty in imperfection. Each chapter has guided you to cultivate self-compassion, resist comparison, and prioritize purposeful progress, ultimately leading to a richer, more authentic life. By engaging with vulnerability and letting go of the pressures of perfection, you can foster meaningful connections and experience deep personal growth. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this material and invest in your own journey towards self-discovery and acceptance. If you found value in this content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube channel for more insights and inspiration. Your support helps us continue to share empowering messages that can illuminate the path toward living fully in your authentic self.